So there's something I've actually been watching. I know a lot of you guys have been watching it now. It's called Blue Therapy. And I just want to talk about episode 3 because that's the most recent one that came out. I think, is it 2 days ago now? I know some of you have like your own opinions and blah, 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 blah. I just thought I'd share mine. First of all, we have Paul and Chioma. I personally believe that that is a disaster waiting to happen. I don't understand why Chioma is so patient. Every time I'm watching it, I'm like, Chioma, why are you so patient with this guy? Like, he seems like the kind of person who is a narcissist, first of all. Number 2, he has a coconut head. That's his problem, coconut head. Everything you're saying to him is like going in one ear and coming out the other. He doesn't take the time to even listen to what she's saying. So let's put a pin in Paul and Chioma and go over to my people. Deborah and what's his name, Jamel. I feel like now at this point he's trying to weigh his options. I think he's at a point where he really does care about her, but now he's beginning to take a step back to find other options, or like just leave himself open to see if he can find something better. That's how it looks. First of all, you haven't met his family after a year. Talking about expensive gifts. First of all, he looks to me like somebody who works hard, and you like, if you know the value of money and you appreciate the value of money, I feel like if somebody's going out of their way, they're even buying you expensive gifts, but like you want it like all the time. Somebody who's trying to save up for a house, I feel like that question of him asking her what she's bringing to the relationship is relevant. I want a bag, I want this, I want a trip, I feel like that attitude is making him feel like, does she really, see a future with us? And because somebody who sees a future with somebody doesn't want to spend all their life savings now, you obviously want things to be, secure for your kids, or whatever. Definitely he needs to work on his time management, because coming late to everything is very annoying. I feel like I would be very upset as well, the way she is upset about that. You can't just be late to everything, something, especially something that's your idea. How am I going to get there before you? Hey, so another one, Clubhouse. Okay, I've actually been on Clubhouse quite a few times. I haven't really gotten the hang of it. Bad network, reception issues sometimes, so I don't really go on as much, but I know that there's this thing they do where you shoot your shot. And personally, I feel like if you're in a relationship and you're in a room like that, I believe that you should let it be known that, I'm off bounds, say it. Backchat London, so maybe blah 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 Backchat. I was like, okay, you know what? I'm going to go and watch an episode of Backchat London, which I did, and it reminds me of this thing that I can't remember the name of the one that we were doing here as well. Like, it's just like a bunch of people, guys and babes, like they come together and talk about like issues and issues in relationships, like sensitive stuff that people would generally not feel comfortable talking about. That was what I got. And I watched one episode and I was just like, there was really like nothing to it. It was what it was. So like, I don't know why he's trying to shame her for it. And Chioma, you have nothing to be ashamed of. Don't allow this man give you a headache. That thing I have is like, why could he even answer the question? First of all, Paul, what do you do? What is it that you do? He kept on getting so angry with the therapist, and I'm like, she has done nothing wrong to you. Like, you just want to be babied. And I feel like that's why he has this like thing for his family, because you know how family will always have your back and they'll always support you. Like, he doesn't like to be called out when he's wrong. Like, if you're doing something that is out of line, out of character, like, own it. Paul, please do not bring your kids for me to babysit if you don't like me. I would even say no. I don't care, Nigerian household, whatever household. My answer is no. I'm not available for that. And I will never be available for that. Like, we can't keep on using this whole Nigerians, you know, how respect, blah, 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 just to like intimidate people, bully them, and make them feel uncomfortable. No. My answer is no. So Chioma, I don't know why you've been accepting it. You need to start putting your foot down more if you want to stay in that relationship, which I feel like the whole world at this point has seen that Paul is a crazy guy. Like, he's crazy. And I'm sure like you'll find somebody better very soon. Okay, let's go to Jamel and Deborah. Oh my God. Deborah girl, it does seem like his words and his actions are not really matching up to me, because for someone who says like, oh, I hope this is my last relationship, I really want this to work, 3 months into the relationship you met her parents, so she looks like she's not saying as much, but she's doing more with her actions for me. And then Jamal, like, she still hasn't met your family, and your excuse is that she's too loud. That excuse, Jamal, doesn't cut it. Like, if you ask me, I feel like you're part of the reason why she has this many insecurities. Because if you've met my family 3 months in, and this is 1 year now, and I still haven't met your family, I'm going to have an issue with it. And I feel like I'm going to ask you certain questions. I may not nag as much, but I would ask you questions to know if we're on the same page. Because when I was watching it, I was seeing the emotional disconnect on Deborah's face, and she was just like, no matter what he's saying, like, he'd be saying, oh my God, you know, I see you, you're my wife. And her face was just like this the whole time. And I was like, is she really stone cold or whatever? But like, I started, you know, seeing a lot of him saying a lot and not really like backing it up. And I feel like if you've been in a relationship like that for a while, you tend to get cold, because you hear so much stuff and then you're not seeing anything to back it up. So you just like, no matter what, you're just like, I feel like maybe one of the reasons why he is so unsure is because of her attitudes towards the relationship, her attitudes towards money, towards gifts. I'm not saying those things are bad, because I love a good gift. I love, if you know me, let me just say it, people know me. I talk about this thing all the time. If you know me, if you're my friend, you don't even have to be my friend. If you're on my social media, if you're anywhere, if you're on this YouTube channel, like, you know, I love a good gift. I love money. But I feel like there are other ways for a man to show you that he cares, because expensive gifts is not the only way you get to know a man truly cares. Once a man has money, expensive gifts will come, and it doesn't mean that he even really like is really checking for you like that. Which reminds me, I'm sorry, but Paul, when Denise asked Paul, like, when was the last time, like what are the things that they do together, Paul goes like, at the end of, is it the month? At the end of every month, they sit down together and discuss their goals and how they've reached, blah, blah, blah. And Chioma was like saying, like, if certain things have not changed in the relationship, like how they treat each other, like, you know, emotional stuff, like, he doesn't see it as a fail once they've met their financial goals. And it seems like it's going to be a very lonely relationship for Chioma, like a very, very lonely relationship. I promise I'm going to come back and like give you guys my thoughts on episode 4. I honestly cannot wait for episode 4, guys. Like, I can't wait to see what craziness they're up to. And I'm actually curious which duo is actually going to get their relationship back on the straight and narrow, and which duo is going to like go their separate ways. I really don't know. Well, let's wait and see for episode 4. So that's all for now. Thank you guys so much for staying with me. Thank you so much for watching. Please, if you like this video, like, share, comment, and most importantly, subscribe, please. Until next time, my name is Taylor.